Hello civil engineers, myself Prateek Mishra and I welcome you all to the YouTube platform of IMS GATE Academy. If you are planning to appear in GATE 2026 examination, then this video will be highly helpful for you. In this particular video, we will going to discuss about the complete strategy with roadmap for upcoming 9 months to GATE 26 examination. So stay tuned till the last and have each and every detail noted to yourself. Before starting this session, I would just like to make few announcements. First of all, my dear, we at IMS GATE Academy, we provide you with live online program where we are providing with 800 hours of live classes with interaction. We provide you with theory and exercise book containing 4,000 practice questions, well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3. We provide you with 33 years of GATE question bank in which we have provided you the detailed solution, alternate solution, key points and chapter overview along with the video solution of the typical questions. We provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring session which help you to stay focused, motivated and well planned throughout your entire GATE preparation journey. We provide you with 130 plus tests starting from the chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test along with the full length mock test with the video solution. If you want to know more about our features, you can book a free counseling session. We are also providing you with the offline classes in Jayanagar and Malleshwaram in Bangalore, and we are also providing you with the offline classes in Vijayawada. If you want to enjoy the daily quizzes, you can join our Telegram group for which the link is provided to in the description box. For booking a free counseling session, again you can get a link in the description box. We conduct this zero fee program where we provide you with 50 hours of concept videos along with 3 free GATE chapter test and the subject test along with 1 personalized guidance session. So if you want to test our product, just enroll yourself in this GATE zero fee program and you can have more of idea how we conduct the classes at IMS GATE Academy. You can take a feel of it. With this announcement, I would like to start my session here. If you have planned to prepare for GATE 26 examination, from where you should start? The first thing is you should understand the pattern of GATE examination. GATE has a very different requirement from its candidates. In GATE, 65 questions are asked for 100 marks in 3 hours. Out of these 65 questions, 30 questions are of 1 mark, 35 questions are of 2 marks. 3 varieties of questions are there. Multiple choice question containing only one option correct, which has 33% of negative marking. Almost we have seen that in the examination, 32 to 35 questions of multiple choice type are asked. Then the second variety of question is multiple select question, which has one or more than one option correct. It does not contain negative marking. This year, especially for GATE 25 examination, we have seen that a lot of multiple select questions have been asked in the examination. The third variety of question is the numerical answer type question, where you have to solve for an answer and whatever answer you are getting, you have to fill in the data in the computer-based test. 22 to 25 number of numerical answer type questions are asked in the examination. If you look all this scenario, you will find out that majorly MCQs and NAT are high in numbers. But in terms of marks weightage, MSQs and NAT combinedly will have around 50 marks. In fact, more than 50 marks in the examination. All the aspirants who will be appearing in GATE examination will be targeting this multiple choice question. But if you want to secure a good rank, you have to develop a thought process for answering this multiple select question and the numerical answer type question. You can see here, 2 segments are there in the examination. First segment is of aptitude containing 10 questions. The second segment is the technical segment containing 55 questions. Aptitude has 15 marks and technical including mathematics has 85 marks in the examination. My dear, in the GATE examination, 65 questions are asked in 3 hours. Means the person who is framing all these questions, they want you to understand the question and then apply the concept and answer it properly. It is not an examination which will going to check your remembering of facts. It will going to check your technical reasoning. So in this 8 or 9 months, whatever you have till GATE 26 examination, you have to develop your technical reasoning. Because through GATE examination, if you are selected in any of the PSUs, these PSUs are conducting a project which are directly contributing into nation building. One of the primary example is the infrastructure development, especially the highway development, which is conducted by NHAI. So the size of project will be huge, which has a lot of challenges. So if you enter these PSUs through GATE examination as an assistant engineer or engineer trainee, the expected thing from you is you should be capable enough to understand the situation, understand the problems of the field, and provide the solutions accordingly. That is why this scientific figure of 65 questions is decided, because it gives you almost 2 and 2.5 minutes to solve every question in the exam. Let's move ahead with this. The next thing is, I have kept this cutoff for all the last 8-9 years. You can see for GATE 25 examination, general category cutoff was 29.2. For OBC non-creamy layer, it is 26.2. And for SC/ST PWD category, it is 19.4. So whatever will be the cutoff of general category, 90% of it will be the cutoff for OBC non-creamy layer, and 67% of this general category cutoff will be the cutoff for SC/ST category. Almost this year in civil, 79,000 students have appeared in the GATE examination. Out of those 79,000 students, almost 18% of the students have qualified GATE exam. So remaining students were not even able to secure this many marks in the examination. Reason is they were not properly planned, they haven't done the practice, and they haven't tested themselves. The entire GATE preparation journey can be classified into 3 segments. First one is learning, second one is practice, and third one is testing yourself. 99% of the students who will be writing GATE 26 examination, they will be focusing on learning and doing some practice. But very few students, they actually test themselves for the GATE exam. Why these tests are important, that we will going to discuss in due course of time. But first thing is, if we talk about learning and practice, so how this needs to be done, that we have to see here. If you look into the overall difficulty level of the GATE examination, almost 20 to 25% of the questions which are asked will be of easy category. 45 to 65% of the questions asked will be having a moderate difficulty level. And 15 to 25% of the questions which are asked in the examination are really tough. They are really challenging questions. How much marks you need to get into IITs? If you are scoring anything above 55 marks, you have a very good chance to get a good quality IIT. How many marks required for PSU? If you are scoring anything above 75 marks, you have a very good chance for PSU. So if you are targeting PSUs and IITs, you have to target all the 3 categories. Now the major problem here is, most of the student who attempt these easy questions, they do some calculation mistake or they commit some silly mistake, and which reduces their marks. It is very easy to score marks for these easy questions rather than scoring marks from this area. So if you are targeting for PSU, you have to target all the 3 areas. If you are targeting for IITs, you can target 1 or 2 areas. Even if you are targeting NITs, you have to target this area and half of this easy to moderate level questions, which will eventually help you to score somewhere around 40 to 50 marks, which helps you to get a good NIT, okay, in civil engineering. Okay, let's move ahead with this. This is the syllabus for GATE exam. First subject is engineering mechanics. You can see here system of forces, free body diagram, equilibrium equation, internal forces and structures, friction and its application, center of mass, free vibrations of undamped SDOF systems. For engineering mechanics in civil, the weightage is slightly less. We will also going to discuss on that. But this engineering mechanics serves as a basic subject to read strength of material, which will help you to read structural analysis. So without engineering mechanics, sometimes it becomes really difficult to read strength of material and structural analysis. Then in structural analysis, this is the complete syllabus. Out of this complete syllabus, there are some key areas from where we are getting regular questions. One of them is the shear force and the bending moment diagram. Then second one is simple stresses and strain, especially from the chapter of thermal stresses. Then third topic will be principal stresses and strain, and fourth one will be slope and deflection of beams. This is the complete syllabus. You can see bending moment and shear force in statically determinate beams, simple stresses and strain relationship, simple bending theory, flexure and shear stresses, shear center, uniform torsion, transformation of stresses, buckling of column, combined and direct bending stresses. Then next, for structural analysis, the syllabus is statically determinate and indeterminate structures by force and energy methods, method of superposition, analysis of trusses, arches, beams, cables and frames, displacement method, slope deflection and moment distribution method, influence lines, stiffness and flexibility method of structural analysis. So in structural analysis, again, we have seen a lot of questions which are framed from degree of static and kinematic indeterminacy, then truss analysis, and then influence line diagram. Apart from that, the basics of moment distribution method also serves as a key area from where a lot of easy questions can be framed. And one very important area, that is the method of superposition. You can see this. From this, questions directly from the standard results of slope and deflection for simply supported beam and cantilever beams can be framed easily. The next subject is RCC and pre-stressed concrete. You can see the syllabus is working stress and limit state design concept, design of beams, slabs, columns, bond and development length, and pre-stressed concrete beams. If I talk about RCC, so this area, pre-stressed concrete beam, is again one of the key areas from where the questions are framed. Then you can see this steel structures, which has the syllabus of working stress and limit state design concept, design of tension and compression members, beam and beam columns, column bases, connection, simple and eccentric, beam column connection, plate girders and trusses, concept of plastic analysis of beams and frames. In steel, the key area from where the question can be framed is, first one is the connections, that is the bolted connection or welded connection. And second one is the plastic analysis. The next subject is construction material and management. I can promise you one thing, if you read this subject properly, you will not even miss a single question from this particular area. The syllabus includes construction material like structural steel, composition, material properties, behavior. Second one is concrete, constituents, mixed design, short-term and long-term properties. Construction management includes types of construction projects, project planning and network analysis, that is PERT and CPM, and cost estimation. This area, construction materials, is steel, cement, concrete. Construction management, PERT and CPM analysis, time cost models, and then you have some methods of calculating the depreciation, which serves a very key area from where the questions can be framed. The next is the fluid mechanics. Again in civil, the weightage of fluid mechanics is slightly less, but the application is huge. Fluid mechanics includes properties of fluids, fluid statistics, continuity, momentum, energy equations, and their applications, potential flow, laminar and turbulent flow, flow in pipes, pipe networks, concept of boundary layer and its growth, concept of lift and drag. So this is the complete syllabus of fluid mechanics. Application of fluid mechanics is open channel flow. A very small subject, a highly asked subject in the examination. This year, in both the sets, we have seen 5 marks of open channel flow have been asked. Open channel flow includes forces on immersed body, flow measurement in channels and pipes, dimensional analysis and hydraulics, simulate channel hydraulics, energy depth relationship, specific energy, critical flow, hydraulic jump, uniform flow, gradually varied flow, and water surface profiles. This first line that you are reading till here, this is the part of fluid mechanics. After this is the part of open channel flow. Then again, some of the application of fluid mechanics might be used in reading hydrology and irrigation. Hydrology has the syllabus of hydrologic cycle, precipitation, evaporation, evapotranspiration, then you have watershed, infiltration, unit hydrographs, hydrograph analysis, reservoir capacity, flood estimation and routing, surface runoff models, groundwater hydrology, steady state well hydraulics and aquifers, application of Darcy's law. This is the syllabus for hydrology. Then the irrigation syllabus is types of irrigation system methods, crop water requirement duty delta, evapotranspiration, gravity dams and spillways, lined and unlined canals. Then you have design of weirs on permeable foundation, cross drainage structure. Then you have a highly scoring area again, that is geomatics or surveying, which includes principles of surveying, errors and their adjustments, map scale, coordinate system, distance and angle measurement, leveling and trigonometric leveling, traversing and triangulation survey, total station, horizontal and vertical curves, photogrammetry and remote sensing, scale flying height, and basics of remote sensing and GIS. So this is the complete syllabus for your geomatics and surveying. Next one is geotechnical engineering. My dear, one of the highly weighted subject in the examination. Almost 16 marks of geomatics, geotechnical engineering have been asked this year. Geotechnical engineering is divided into two parts, soil mechanics and foundation engineering. You can see this is the complete syllabus, but I'll tell you the chapter name. First one is the origin of soil. Second one is the soil structure. Third one is the properties of soil. Fourth one is the classification of soil. Then you have effective stresses, permeability and seepage analysis. The next chapter is shear strength of soil. After that, you have the next chapter of earth pressure. Then you have the stability of slope. Then you have stress distribution. Then you have bearing capacity of soil, shallow foundation and deep foundation or pile foundation. And last one is soil exploration. So this is the complete syllabus of geotechnical engineering. In this complete syllabus, there are key areas that you have to read properly. One of them is the seepage analysis. Seepage analysis sometimes become very difficult when you solve the question. So try to grab the basics of seepage analysis, which will actually help you to solve the question. Because if you are not confident with the basics, you cannot apply the concept. That is general statement as well. Then the second area is the shear strength of soil. Then consolidation, compaction, consolidation I missed. So that is again a chapter, a very important one. And then you have bearing capacity of soil, shallow foundation and pile foundation. So these are like 4-5 major areas along with properties of soil, which will actually get you some marks in the examination. Sure, short questions from these areas will be asked in the examination. Okay. The next one is environmental engineering. My dear, environment is again a highly weighted subject. Almost 9 to 11 marks is asked in the examination. 4 parts are there for environment. Water supply engineering, that is raw water engineering, wastewater engineering, solid waste management and air pollution. Now the important observation that we are having from last few years is solid waste management and air pollution are having a very less syllabus. But the number of questions asked in the exam are slightly more as compared to water supply engineering. So if you are reading environmental engineering, please read solid waste management and air pollution very carefully. Apart from it, there are other key areas like water quality parameters, physical, chemical and biological water quality parameters, which will definitely help you get one question in the examination. Then you have sedimentation analysis, then you have disinfection, that is about water supply engineering. In wastewater, we have a key area of calculation of BOD, then disposal of treated sewage, then biological treatment of sewage. So these are the 3 core areas from where definitely you can expect a question in the examination. Next one is transportation engineering. Again, it has been divided into 3 parts: transportation infrastructure, highway pavements and traffic engineering, right? Again, a highly weighted subject and one of the easiest subject which will actually help you to score well in the examination. Means whatever feedback I got this year from the students who have attempted GATE examination, that whichever question came from transportation engineering, they have solved it very easily. Mostly the questions which are framed from transportation engineering are formula based. So you have to remember and recall this formula very frequently. You have to revise these formulas very frequently from transportation. Next, engineering mathematics. This is the syllabus, linear algebra, then you have calculus, ordinary differential equation. So all this syllabus I have mentioned. Then partial differential equation, probability and statistics, numerical methods. So this is the complete syllabus of civil engineering. In this complete syllabus of civil engineering, the 5 important subjects are: first one is general aptitude, second one is engineering mathematics, third one is geotechnical engineering, fourth one is environment, fifth one is transportation engineering. These 5 subjects will help you to get somewhere around 40 to 45 marks in the exam. Means if you look into the overall picture, like the marks asked from these subjects, they are somewhere around 50, 45 to 50, somewhere like that. If you prepare these 5 subjects properly and you attempt the examination with minimum of 80% accuracy in this subject, it will help you to get minimum of 30 to 35 marks in the exam. Okay, if you attempt it with 90% accuracy, you can very well get anything above 40 marks in the examination only with these 5 subjects. Okay, so how much you need to score? So this I have kept as score versus rank. So if you are scoring somewhere between 100 to 80 marks in the examination, your all India rank will be somewhere in this range, 1 to 30. If you are scoring between 80 to 70 marks, your all India rank will be somewhere around 30 to 200. If you are scoring somewhere between 70 to 60 marks, your all India rank will be somewhere around 200 to 1000. If you want to get a good PSU, target this area, 80 to 70 marks. If you want to get a good IIT, target this area, 60 to 70 marks, right? Although we have seen in last years that even at some lesser score student has got the IITs, but that is just luck by chance. We have to be confident that whatever marks we will be getting in the examination, from that in the first round itself, we should get the option that we want. We should not have to wait for the further rounds. Then if you are scoring somewhere between 60 to 50 marks, you will have a rank around 1000 to 3000. If you are scoring somewhere between 50 to 40 marks, you will have a rank around 3000 to 7000. If you are scoring somewhere between 40 to 30 marks, then you will be having a rank less than 7000. Okay. So this is an overall picture I have given you regarding GATE 26 examination based on all the previous experience. This is the average of last 5-year data. Okay, now what should be the preparation strategy? This is why we are here. This is why we are conducting this session. So see this. First of all, this is the average weightage of all the subjects. This is for GATE 25 examination. Aptitude 15 marks for sure. Mathematics 13 marks. Geotechnical engineering was asked for 16 marks. Transportation for 9 marks. Environment for 10 marks. This is the average of like both the sessions, set 1 and set 2 of GATE 25 exam. FM was asked for 3 marks and open channel flow was asked for 5 marks. Then you have hydrology irrigation. You can see it is asked for 8 marks, strength of material 4 marks, structural analysis 5 marks, RCC 5 marks, steel 3 marks, and geomatics 4 marks. So this is for GATE 25 examination, which will help you to identify the key subjects which will require more revision. In this 9 months, you have to read the subject and revise it simultaneously. There will not be a date in which after which you will start revising the subject. It is a continuous revision cycle. You have to read the subject, read another subject, and after that you have to start revising the first subject that we will discuss. So this is the subject wise marks weightage which is asked in the year 2025 in the GATE examination. Now sir, you can see this. I have divided the entire syllabus into 4 different categories. First category is the structural segment, which starts from engineering mechanics, then strength of material, structural analysis, RCC, and steel structures. I tell you one simple thing. Basics of engineering mechanics will help you to read strength of material. Basics of strength of material will help you to read structural analysis. And combinedly, the basics of strength of material or the concepts of strength of material and structural analysis will help you to understand RCC and steel structures. So this completes the one flow of your subject. The second category is the water segment, which starts from the fluid mechanics. Basics of fluid mechanics will help you to read open channel flow. And basics of fluid mechanics again help you to read hydrology and irrigation. So this is the second flow of the subject, which is the water segment. The third flow of the subject can be the transportation segment, which starts from the highway engineering, and some basics of highway engineering might help you to read railway engineering and airport engineering. Okay, although it can be read separately also, but some help you might get from highway engineering to read railway and airport. Then the most important segment is of the independent subject, which starts from surveying. Surveying can be read independently. Geomatics can be read independently. It does not have any prerequisite subject. For geotechnical engineering, you will require 2 concepts, one from strength of material and one from fluid mechanics. Whenever you read about shear strength of soil, you require the concept of principal stresses and shear stresses from strength of material. And when you draw the flow nets and do the seepage analysis, that concept you have read in fluid mechanics. So 2 concepts are required for reading geotechnical engineering, one from SOM and one from FM. Then you have environmental engineering, which can be read independently, construction material management, and obviously maths and aptitude. Maths being the basics of all these subjects. Everywhere you will going to use linear algebra, everywhere you might using matrix method, or you might be using this thing, calculus. Calculus is used everywhere, right? So this is the 4 category of subject. Now let's see how you should plan. This is the month of May, and say this is your first month, and you have starting your preparation from this month onwards. So the first thing that you have to do is complete maths and engineering mechanics. This is for the first month. Second month, you start with SOM and surveying and finish it by the month of June. The third month, you read environment and fluid mechanics. So this is how I have divided the subject in all the 9 months. Fourth month, you can go with geotechnical engineering and structural analysis. Fifth month, you can go with transportation engineering and construction material and management. How I have divided the subject, I have kept one heavy subject and one light weighted subject so that a proper balance is made in your entire preparation journey. Then sixth month will be hydrology, irrigation and RCC. Seventh will be steel and open channel flow. Eighth month will be the month where you will be reading aptitude and you will be taking the test series. Most of the engineers, they are already handy with the aptitude questions. So they just require a quick recap of whatever they have learned in the school and they can apply very effectively. In due course of time, we have seen that aptitude questions are slightly easy to moderate level questions. They are not very difficult questions. And the student have literally done aptitude good in the examination. That is why if you start reading this aptitude probably in the month of November or December, then also it is good. Then again, you have to revise mathematics and attempt the test series. This one important revision I have mentioned here. Reason is maths needs to be done twice. Math is not a technical subject which you have read once and then you can solve any type of maths question. You have to be in touch with mathematics so that those concepts are very much clear in your mind and you are very handy in applying those concepts. Okay, so maths revision is very important, that needs to be done minimum of 2 times before gate examination. So this is the monthly target how you should approach gate 26 examination. My dear, when you are well planned for gate exam, it becomes very easy to plan, to like execute your planning, because managing 13 subjects becomes very difficult sometimes. It becomes very challenging. You sit with one subject, another subject you are thinking ki, okay, I have to read this also. Then whichever subject you have read previously, that thought also comes ki when I will going to revise those subjects. So for that, planning is very important. That is why IMS Gate Academy provides you with one-to-one mentoring sessions. If you join IMS Gate Academy, I will be the person responsible who will take care of your preparation from end to end. Not just till gate, even after gate, if you require some mock interviews for IITs and PSUs, that also we will going to provide. In our one-to-one mentoring session, I'll ensure that you have a clear-cut monthly target and you execute it properly. So based on your available bandwidth, available time, we plan your things so that that planning part is removed from your preparation. That headache we take, and we just want you to execute that plan properly so that you keep on learning the subject in a good way. And if you learn the subject in a good way, it is easy to retain those subjects till the gate examination, and eventually your motivation grows throughout the preparation journey. Most of the student, what I see is on day one, they will be highly enthusiastic, highly energetic, but in due course of time, somewhere the motivation falls. Reason is they are not well planned. And that is why we at IMS Gate Academy provide you this one-to-one mentoring session, which keeps you alert, active, motivated, and high on energy throughout your gate preparation journey. Let's move ahead here. Now, sir, what from where you should practice? So I told you, first one is learning, right? Learning is, you can choose an institute by your choice. If you ask me why I will suggest IMS Gate Academy is, we have a clear-cut plan and a clear-cut strategy to how to start the subject, how to execute it, and at which note we have to finish it. So we don't take too much of time to finish even a single subject. Everything will be taught to you in a well-planned way that will actually help you to retain the concept in due course of time in long run. That is for 8 or 9 months. So in this entire journey, first of all, you have to watch the video lectures, you have to see the content, you have to make your own notes and prepare your short notes. That is the first part of your preparation, that is learning. Second part of preparation is practice. Now, practice needs to be done only through the concepts which are asked in gate examination, because those concepts are the more relevant concept for us. We cannot just take any book for practice and start solving the question. It will not eventually help us. So if you are targeting gate examination, you have to pinpointedly target the gate questions. Gate previous year questions should be the only source of practice. And after that, you have to appear in the test so that you can check what are your strong areas, what are your weak areas. That will actually help you to improve in your preparation journey. You have to have a theory book which contains a crux of all the standard books. So if you see IMS GATE material, you can very well relate that everything in a very concise way have been presented to you. So it becomes very easy to understand the concept and retain it for longer period of time. We provide you with the practice question bank containing 4,000 practice questions which are well versed in level 1, level 2 and level 3. So for every subject, you will get an exercise book. In the exercise book, the questions are placed in different chapters. And for every chapter, the questions are segregated as level 1, level 2 and level 3 so that even you have a proper idea in which level your preparation is. And the best part is all these questions are provided with solution along with a doubt solving portal that we provide you. We provide the questions are arranged in different difficulty levels. I told you this. So you need to have a standard practice material, GATE question bank and a exercise book in which the questions are placed in different categories that we provide at IMS GATE Academy. Now, sir, when you start attempting the test, you have to check yourself at the chapter level. Then after taking up all the chapter test, you have to check yourself at the subject level. After taking all the subject tests, you have to check yourself for the multiple subject test level. Like 2 or 3 subjects are compiled together and tests should be presented to you. Now, sir, why these tests are important? My dear, the common mistake that every student does is, during his preparation journey, he just keeps on reading the notes and keeps on practicing some random questions. Now, that will not going to solve our problem. Our problem will be solved if for every chapter you know ki this is my weak concept and this is my strong concept. So for every chapter, if you know your weak concept, then during revision you can take extra care of those weak concepts. And that is how you grow and you improve in your preparation. So, sir, how to do that? For every test that you attempt, whether it is a chapter test, subject test, multiple subject test, advanced subject test, or the full length mock test, you have to check your time management first. Whether whatever time is allotted to you in that time, are you managing all the questions or not? Second one is your question selection. The common mistake done by all the students is they start attempting the test from question 1 to last question like this in sequence. No, my dear, you have to first select the question. Okay, these are the easy questions that I can solve easily. These are some moderate level questions which will take some time, and these are the difficult level questions which will take some extra time. So accordingly, you can manage time. So question selection becomes a very key area when you are attempting any test. If your question selection is good, your time management will be fantastic. But if question selection is bad, your time management will be affected like anything. After that, you have to check whether your concept application is going on well or not. Whenever you are attempting the test, first check whether you are able to understand the question or not. And if you have understood the question, whether you have applied the concept correctly or not. What I've seen is students start seeing the solution. My dear, solution is not the answer, or solution is not actual solution to the problem. Solution is just giving you some temporary aid. And if you are preparing for GATE, that temporary aid may be dangerous sometimes. If you haven't done a question properly in the exam, you have to first see whether you have related the question with the concept or not. If you have related the concept, then where you have done mistake in applying the concept. And that needs to be discussed with your mentor. That is why we at IMS GATE Academy, we are available for your help 24/7. We provide you with our WhatsApp number or Telegram group link where you will be directly in contact with us. You can discuss your doubts. You can discuss your concepts rigorously, which will help you to retain that concept for longer period of time. See your formula recalling. If an easy question is there, direct formula based question is there, and if you are not able to recall the formula, then it is a very, like it's a blunder that you are doing. Means that question should actually should help you to get marks. But if you are not able to recall the formula, then those questions you may not able to solve. So in this due course of 8-9 months, your formula recalling, concept application, concept recalling, these are the 3 areas in which you need to work. When you read any subject, you have to prepare the class notes and simultaneously you have to prepare the short notes. And this short notes revision should be done rigorously. Now I have seen that some student, they were showing me the formula sheet. They have written everything from their class notes, like most of the things. No, my dear, that is not your short notes. Short notes simply means if you have a 200-page class notes, that should be compiled within 8 to 10 pages, maximum 8 to 10 pages, not more than that. I have seen some of the students, they compile their entire 200-page notebook in hardly 3 pages. That gives you a psychological benefit कि only 3 pages are required to revise the complete syllabus of that particular subject. So short notes should only include formulas and facts, and every day you have to revise your short notes. Okay, now let's move ahead. So this is the test series plan that we provide to you. We provide you with 84 plus chapter test. Every test contains 20 questions. Duration is 60 minutes. Maximum marks is 30. We provide you with a basic level subject test. 12 number of tests are provided to you. Every test contains 30 questions and 90 minutes are provided for such tests. Total marks are 50. Then we provide you with subject-wise advanced level test. 12 number of tests are provided to you. Every test contains 30 questions, 90 minutes of duration of 50 marks. The next variety of test is multiple subject test. 8 number of multiple subject tests are provided. Every test contains 40 questions and 120 minutes are provided with 65 marks. And then we provide you the full length mock test. 12 number of full length mock tests are provided containing, every test contains 65 questions for 180 minutes and total marks are 100. So this is our complete test series plan. We are actually running with the test series, so you can enroll in our test series as well. If you have already done 1 year of preparation for GATE examination, our test series will actually help you to identify weak areas from the chapter level. And if you compile all the chapter, you will find out your weak areas on the subject level, and you can effectively work when you are revising these subjects. Moving ahead with this, how many revisions are required? Minimum of 3 revisions are required. But let me tell you, we have seen students who have done 5-6 times of revision for every subject. But minimum of 3 revisions are advisable before GATE examination. Now you will say, sir, how this is possible? So answer is one-to-one mentoring session. When you are well planned and you execute the plan properly, you will get so much of time. Now, sir, how this happens? The answer is very simple. For example, if you are reading the subject for the first time, you have to go through all the questions of the previous years. Say there are 200 questions in a subject, right? So when you are reading the subject for the first time, you have to solve all the 200 questions. Out of those 200 questions, say 50% of the questions are doubtful. You are not able to solve. Okay, so you have marked those 50% questions. Next time when you will revise the subject, you have to focus more on those 50% questions which you were not able to solve. So now in the second cycle, in the first revision cycle, you have to only focus on those 100 questions. Again, out of those 100 questions, say 70-80 questions you are again not able to solve. So in the next cycle of revision, you have to focus on those 70-80 questions. So like that, in every cycle of revision, you reduce the number of questions. But other questions, you keep a check whether you are still able to solve or not. I'm not saying you have to leave them. But this time, you can just take an helicopter view and check orally whether you are able to apply the concept or not. Third subject revision approach should be taken. Now, sir, what is this? Say you started your preparation this month. So this month you will be reading maths and engineering mechanics. Once you finish any of this subject and you start with the third subject, you have to revise the first subject. Say first subject is maths, second one is mechanics, and third subject is SOM. So once you finish engineering mechanics and mathematics and you start with SOM, then with SOM you have to revise one of the subject that you have read previously. So from the next month, second month onwards, your revision continues. And that is how you can actually do minimum of 3 to 4 times revision before the GATE examination. Okay, so this is your revision plan. So in this entire video, we have talked about the GATE exam pattern, GATE syllabus. Then I told you how much marks you should get to which rank. Then I told you about what should be your planning. So I have given you a detailed plan for it. I've told you the importance of test series, why the test series are important, so that you can work on your key areas. Okay, so this is the all content which will help you to plan your 9 months for GATE 26 examination. If you want to know more about, you can connect with us. You can book a free counseling session for which the link is provided to you in the description box. We at IMS GATE Academy, we provide you with a live online program, offline program, hybrid program, and the self-learning program. And in all these 4 programs, we provide you with 800 hours of live classes and interaction. We provide you with theory and exercise book containing 4,000 practice questions, well versed in level 1, level 2, and level 3. We provide you with 33 years of GATE question bank. Then we provide you with 12 personalized one-to-one mentoring session, which will help you to stay focused, energetic, and well-planned throughout your GATE preparation journey. We provide you with 130 plus test. I already told you all the detail about the test. If you want to enjoy the daily quizzes, if you want to know more about the recruitments happening all around, you can join our Telegram group, for which the link is provided to you in the description box. You can just take a check on our zero fee program, where we are providing you with 50 hours of concept video, 3 free GATE chapter test and subject test, and 1 personalized guidance session, and for which we are not charging anything. So this is the complete strategy for upcoming 9 months. So if you are a civil engineering student, don't worry, because a lot of PSU vacancies are coming up and a lot of opportunities are coming up for the master courses, that is MTech MS program conducted by IIScs, IITs and NITs. So stay focused for your GATE 26 examination and just stay well planned, and I'm sure that you will excel in your life. So this is all what I have to say. If you have liked this information, don't forget it to share with your friends. Do subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.